Wait, what? GG, well played. What's going on, bro? Is the match over? They got DQ'd? No way, dude. What the f? This guy must have typed something horrible, dude.
What did the guy type in all chat that you guys knew that he typed?
Help sewers. Not even that helpful.
In all chat as well. Just in all chat, help sewers.
It's just kind of like depressing to think about it. Like even like still now, it's just pretty depressing to think about.
Coincidentally, he's actually helping from sewers.
Yeah. I ain't say it. You said it.
I need help sewers, guys.
Help sewers, help! Help sewers!
Before we get into the video, just a quick reminder to like the video if you have a good time today, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and to ring the notification bell so you can get our stuff as soon as it's hot and ready. Also, we have new merch. Check out Drop 2 at shop.thescore.com to see what we've got in store for you, literally. All right, so T1's Valorant team never really met the expectations of an org of their pedigree. But in the early days of the game, their roster generated a lot of hype. With some big names coming from CSGO, everyone expected T1 to be a top North American team. Half the roster was basically the infamous XI by Power CSGO team. They even had legendary CS 1.6 Opper Fraud as their head coach. So on paper, they looked great. And to be fair, they did manage to qualify for the game's inaugural Riot-sanctioned event, First Strike, in December 2020 as one of the only 8 North American teams to do so. But after an early exit followed by more mediocre results, T1 shook up their roster. Throughout all of 2021, T1 basically became a revolving door of former CS and Overwatch pros. And ahead of the 2022 Challengers season, they finally built something solid. They brought in some veteran experience with Steel, who was coming off a successful year with 100 Thieves, where he placed top 4 at Masters Berlin. Then they added Pony, a crack duelist who'd been farming the tier 2 scene. And after winning a bidding war against many top orgs, T1 signed one of the most highly sought after North American talents, 7 from 100 Thieves.
Playing on T1 was my first ever actual pro team, you could say, actually playing on it too. And being salaried and stuff to play the game. I definitely had expectations for myself to perform and stuff because I really wanted to show what I can I'm capable of. Yeah, so I think my ultimate goal there was just to win, make it a Masters.
After struggling to succeed with some pretty big names in the past, T1's new roster was bursting with promising young talent and ready to make a splash in Tier 1. Not to mention, they were placing well in some smaller off-season events. And once the qualifiers for VCT Challengers got started, T1 looked scary.
Wall's gone up here for this post plant, and the tricky spot here as well. Oh my goodness, it's inaccessible. You actually have to break this wall to get onto it.
No way.
And Viper's got the right click. Viper's got 11 bullets, and they're walking right into his crosshair, but he's only able to manage one three. Just trying to dance around, gets the
so
back up,
huge.
and they're
That's
taking
so
this
huge.
peek. Gen G are walking into the jaws of T1. This plant setup is perfect for them.
It's going to be a fake, but it's going to be a real hard one. Curry on the front line is going to be able to get one. Out goes a little bit of utility. Not only that, but the ulti coming out at the same time, and that's 4 rotation. Mission accomplished for T1, and they're still getting a whole lot of damage here on A. The plant will be able to go down on B, and Gen G have been thoroughly bamboozled. Pony waiting up for someone in the middle of that smoke. Nature going through, but he's behind the pillar. Time is being played to perfection, and T1, no matter how laborious it was, still able to take down Gen G in one of the bigger upsets today.
T1 ultimately fell to a strong Rise roster in the upper bracket, but they still had a chance to make a run in lowers and qualify for Challengers. And their first obstacle was TSM. T1 came out of the gates swinging. They dominated on map 1 and took split with a convincing 13-7 scoreline. But something weird was happening behind the scenes. After map 1, TSM's players tweeted that they were essentially playing a 6v5 because T1's coach was allegedly typing and communicating with his team mid-game. Subrosa later added that T1 had received a warning, which many members of the community agreed wasn't enough of a punishment. As per VCT rules, the only time a coach can communicate with their players is before the match, after the match, or during a timeout. All other forms of communication are illegal, especially typing mid-match in all chat. Despite this, map 2 began, and T1 continued to dominate. They won the pistol round and ended the first half with a comfortable 8-4 lead. But then came a tech pause. Production simply typed time TBD with no updates on the wait. Then more tweets started rolling in from TSM players before Seven tweeted unlucky, Wardell and Sub Rosa tweeted out some GGs, and Curry said that he, quote, might be the most unlucky player in NA Valorant history. All of this was happening while fans were still sitting around and waiting for the tech pause to end, by the way. But eventually, Wardell shared what T1's coach actually said. Help Sewer, alongside an image of Steele's infamous whiff from the iBuyPower match fixing scandal. And then came the official ruling from Riot. T1 had violated section 7.2.11 of the Valorant Global Competition Policy in regards to unauthorized communications. And because of this, they forfeited the match and were eliminated from the event.
Wait, what? GG, well played. What's going on, bro? Is the match over? They got DQ'd? No way, dude. What the f? This guy must have typed something horrible, dude.
What did the guy type in all chat that you guys knew that he typed?
Some members of the community didn't think that the punishment fit the crime because nobody knew what else T1's coach might have typed. But on the other hand, some people were happy to see Riot finally putting their foot down and punishing teams for communicating with their coaches mid-game, especially after an infamous situation where G2's former coach, Pipson, was giving comms to his team in a VCT qualifier only a couple weeks prior. But the biggest takeaway from the whole situation were the two words that T1's coach, David Denis, typed: help Sewer. They were almost instantly a meme.
You got that one, Kurt? The absolute banger tweet, because this ended up just being shit slung back and forth.
Holy I could not believe it, man. I don't know, just me, man. Just throwing shit across from each other. Oh my god.
Well, this is just funny. I mean,
yeah,
this is funny.
It's just funny, right?
I think this is great.
Help Sewers! Help! Help Sewers!
There is something just funny about this also just from being help Sewers. Not even that helpful.
In all chat as well. Just in all chat, help Sewers.
While everyone was laughing about how ridiculous this whole thing was, T1 still had to prepare for a final shot at Challengers qualification. They'd be doing so without their head coach, who the org decided to suspend for the event. Not long after, David Denis also issued a formal apology on Twitter. And for the players, this was a very stressful time.
I was pretty sad, to be honest. I wasn't gonna like dread on it too much because I knew that I was just like, okay, GG's go next. Like, what do I do, right?
Once the second qualifier rolled around, T1 crumbled. They were upset by Virtuoso and Cosmic Divide, and just like that, they were out of contention for Challengers. T1 were so close to the NA circuit, they could have reached out and touched it. But because of the VCT format, now their season was basically over.
I was like really sad about it because like we were like destined to win that map. I think like we were doing super well. It was against TSM. We won the first map. We were on track to winning that game and then going on to qualify. I remember so vividly. I was playing really well against them as well. It's just kind of like depressing to think about it. Like even like still now, it's just pretty depressing to think about.
Without any tier 1 events left to play for, 7 left for TSM, Curry went to C9, and T1 also said goodbye to their now infamous head coach. And of course, 7 never heard the end of it after joining the team on the other end of the Sewer fiasco.
They say it every now and then, like help Sewers, like whenever it's like the Sewers call out or something like that. So it's still funny.
Coincidentally, he's actually helping from Sewers.
Yeah, I ain't say it. You said it.
T1 have since moved their Valorant operations to Korea, and now they're fielding a completely different roster. But to this day, they can't escape the meme. For a team that was built to contend with some of the region's best, they just never hit the heights everyone expected. So this promising young roster to whom so much was given with the intent to dominate a new region was foiled by 2 little words typed by their coach, apparently accidentally in all chat: help Sewer. Ironically, Twitter is now itself a sewer. So when you say help Sewer, you actually are asking everybody to help make Twitter less of a sewer. Think about it. All right? Think about it. Twitter is a sewer. It's true.